Nobody knows what's going on. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Meshi with Path to Wellness with Meshi. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So, as you can tell, another month has gone by, which also means that it's time for monthly favorites. Today we're going to be covering a little bit of everything. We're going to go into my favorite books and why I love them so much. I will show you a few lifestyle products as well that kind of plays into the eco living. I will also show you a couple of essential oils and a few beauty products, not too many, so we will be okay with that. I will also talk to you about a couple of the mindset shifts that have helped me in my own personal growth journey. So if you wanted to hear all about how November has gone, then just stay tuned and let's get started. Quick reminder, if you are brand new here, thank you so much for coming by. I am so happy that you have made it here. I post here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you wanted to subscribe, then feel free to do so. But I post about eco living, about how to have a more, how can you create a more conscious life. We talk a little bit about green beauty products and how you can reduce your toxicity load in your body. We chat a little bit about how to be a bit more productive. So we kind of go into a few different topics, and because of that, I have come up with a way to sort of help you out because I understand that you are quite busy. So at the end of each week, because I post 3 times a week, at the end of each week on a Sunday, I usually send out a weekly recap that kind of gives you a quick lowdown of some of the best takeaways from each of my videos. And I also give you the upcoming schedule of what you can expect. So if you're finding that you're interested in more about green beauty videos, or you wanted to see more bullet journaling ones, or you're more interested in the anxiety and stress management videos, then that way you can kind of be kept in the loop. So if you're interested in signing up for that, it's completely free and complimentary, and I left the link down in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the video. Here we go. So I have quite a few things to share with you today. First, I wanted to kind of get started with, why did I put it away? I'm going to get started with beauty and health products because usually those are always like the most fun to sort of watch. So the first product that I wanted to talk to you about is actually, and I mentioned this on my Instagram, I will just pop a little link here so you can take a look at which post I'm talking about. But I have picked up the Elate Mascara. This is their, I forget what the name is, they only have one, so I can just like post the name of it here. But I have picked this up because I have been on a hunt for a more natural, non-toxic mascara that will also lengthen and volumize. I am wearing it on my eyes today, and you guys, this is so good. This is so good. I will just show you the bristle. The bristles are, there's so many hairs there because there was some glue residue left over, but it's basically just a natural bristle brush, and it doesn't smell terrible. It doesn't stick to your eyelashes like it gets weird and it's hard to kind of wash off. So I have been really loving this. I can kind of see the closest thing that I can compare this to in comparison is the Tarte mascara, the Ready Set Lashes. Is that what it's called? I forget what the name of it is, but they have like, it's similar packaging too. Here the packaging is bamboo, so that's kind of cool. So it is a Canadian company. Elate has been around, I believe, for about 4 years now, so it's relatively new. They're just located in I make that sound like they're like in the neighborhood. But they are Canadian, so that's kind of cool, and they do pay attention to packaging. I still want to try their eyeshadows, I have to be honest with you. I don't really need new, well, I need a new eyeshadow palette, but I don't need new like single eyeshadows. But the reason why that's so intriguing for me right now is because they put them in like these little cardboard boxes, and then in the box itself, they leave seeds for plants. So like when you take out your eyeshadow pen, then you can actually just plant the packaging so that you can have a flower blooming. It's like the coolest thing. I don't know. I'm easily amused by packaging, clearly. Moving on. And the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and in case you have missed my top 5 worth the hype products video, then I can just link it in the cards and also down in the description. But I talked about this yesterday. This is the Routine Natural Deodorant. This is the Sexy Sadie. I forgot to mention this in my previous one. The scent is Sexy Sadie. Their names are ridiculous, but it smells amazing. I mean, it has the main ingredient that I was kind of drawn to. It has kaolin clay. It has non-GMO cornstarch, but it also has arrowroot powder and what are the scents? So it has sweet orange, ylang ylang, vitamin E oil, and rosemary. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. And again, like heavy glass container, like a little bit of plastic at the lid, and I like that it's a cream consistency. And honestly, it's sort of like a neutral scent. Like it doesn't smell too girly and it doesn't smell too manly, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's kind of unisex. So this is one of the reasons why I love deodorants like that, when they're not only not toxic, but they also, like you can, like you buy one and then, you know, both of you can use it in the family. Love it. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to be beating around the bush with this guy. You already know I'm loving this. You already know that it does magic to my hair. So, but I just wanted to give this a quick shout out of, I'm still loving the Chagrin & Valley Soap and Soft Company's Whipped Hair Balm. Again, hello. Like, that's all I need to tell you. If you have missed like my review, I didn't really say too much about this product just yet in my video about the shampoo bars, because mainly I was actually reviewing the shampoo bars, but it takes a little bit to sort of get used to how much to use, because a little bit actually does go a long way. Like I've had this since like August. It's November, you guys, and there's still like quite a bit left. Like there's still like at least about half of the package left. So I don't foresee myself running out of this anytime soon. Nevertheless, Chagrin & Valley Company, they are quickly becoming one of my favorites when it comes to hair care, because they're using natural ingredients, they're non-toxic, and then their packaging does not suck. So there you go. Lifestyle, kind of. I have shown a picture of this on Instagram and most of you have gone wild. I think most of you actually care about the environment, which makes me very happy, because then we have something in common. But as some of you know, I am in the process of switching out a few of my staple products that I use outside of my house and also inside of my home, so that it becomes a little bit more environmentally friendly, because I realize that we're using way too much plastic. So I have picked up a coffee mug. Now I could have just bought like a tumbled whatever and make it stainless steel, and I constantly find myself like I hate most of them because they're either too big or they have too much plastic. Those have been my two areas. So I picked this up from Keepcup. Super cute, right? And it actually holds enough coffee for like one cup, like one normal cup. And you can kind of, and what I like about this is that it has like a little opening, and then you can move the lid over. Sorry, it's like splashing water right now because I just washed it. And then it just completely closes this. And then you have a cork sleeve so that it kind of keeps everything nice and warm so it's not burning your hands. I have been taking this out on a test and I like it. And plus it's super cute. I mean, my kids have been like just, you know, grabbing it out of my hands every single time that they see this. I believe that they are located in Australia. Very eco-friendly company. I will leave the link to all of these. Obviously, I will leave them below so that you can kind of take a look and check them out and give them some love. Tell them that I sent you. You can give them a high five as well. Love it. Honestly, just simple little switches like having a mug. Which, I mean, I know most of you will be like, yeah, duh, of course you need a mug. But like it was never one of those things where I would like carry it in my car. It was always just like, okay, I guess I have a mug now. I wouldn't actually use it for like getting coffee. I don't know. I didn't really make a connection until I did. So let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate progress. Shall we? Yes, we shall. By the way, don't mind my voice. I feel like I'm losing my voice today for some reason. Next up, Next up, oh my gosh, like this is like my second like container of this that I'm going through. I had to mention this. Honestly, if you are a hot chocolate lover, if you are someone that likes to add cool things into your coffee or into your smoothie and you love chocolate, you will be feeling me on this big time. So I picked this up from Botanica. This is their turmeric golden milk, but it's a chocolate turmeric golden milk. I'm going to let you digest that for just a second. This has turmeric, coconut, ashwagandha, okay, wait a minute. I've been saying this wrong for like forever. I've been saying ashwagandha. It's actually ashwagandha. Okay, sure, we'll go with that. I will leave the name of that mushroom here and on the screen because apparently I'm butchering it today. And it has chocolate. So not many ingredients. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Like, yeah, it tastes definitely, like it smells like chocolate. It's a powder. Like, let's just get over it. It's a powder. It's in a glass container again and tin top. So we're winning yet again with packaging. I love this because it makes like the creamiest, like basically all you do is you just heat up a little bit of either water, like you can just boil some water, or you heat up your coconut milk, or you can mix coconut milk and water together, and then you add a spoonful of this guy into your drink, and it makes like this creamy chocolatey amazingness. So like so good, I'm telling you. But you can also just add it to coffee and it'll flavor your coffee and it'll create it into a super fueled mocha. Very cool. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. If you have a chance, you can pick this up at any health food store. I picked this up at Goodness Me. There's a health food store in my city. But honestly, I'm pretty sure that if you go on well.ca, then you can also pick it up there. So Amazon, you know where to find this. Moving on. Staying with lifestyle, again, I feel like November was really like the eco-living lifestyle month. I have grown to really appreciate and love this product so much. I picked this up in the summertime at the Veg Fest. It was a veggie and vegan fest in the summertime here in my city, and that's when I picked up like the stainless steel straws, and I didn't think much of this. So this is a stainless steel reusable razor. So basically all you do is it has a top, and then you can just kind of screw this off like so. Let's hope that I will not. And then this part kind of comes off, and then you have your razor blade. So the reason why I love this is because it's so inexpensive for you to just keep, and then after that you can just kind of put it back the same way. For you to be just buying blades, I think that we actually got about 10 or 15 blades for like $4. And then this, like just the body itself, it lasts quite a while. I've been finding that since I've been using this, so the first couple of weeks have been kind of a learning curve because you need to hold the razor at a certain angle so that you're not nicking yourself, because you only have one blade really. So a little bit of a different experience when you're shaving versus just using the disposable razors. But honestly, I've been finding that my skin has actually been acting much calmer, and it does not break out, or it does not have any sensitivities after I use the razor. So I'm such a huge fan, and it's so inexpensive for me to replace things with it. So that's a massive win. And honestly, as I'm using it more and more, I'm loving it more and more, because it just, and I think also, you know, like remember how I told you about like energy and how things have energy. And honestly, I'm telling you, every single time I reach for this, I wasn't even buying this for me. I bought it for my husband, and he's like, no. I'm like, all right, man, whatever. I will use it. I'm totally cool with it. I've been loving this just for the simple fact that I don't have to keep on buying like reusable razors. So we're winning on this one. Next up, I wanted to talk to you about a candle. I'm not spending too much time on this, honestly. It smells amazing. This is from Collective. Is their Great Lavender. It just smells like musky lavender. It just does. but I believe that you can still buy this at Chapters. It smells absolutely wonderful. It's a soy-based candle, and every single time that I light it up, it just smells divine. It just smells so good. Like I said, I'm not spending too much time on that. Moving on to the last couple of things that I wanted to mention. I still feel this from you, that like some of you might be like, okay girl, I watched your previous video where, like, especially in the bloopers, if you missed it, I will attach this.
Mr. Bunny, he needs to log in, you guys. I'm serious. He needs to log into his email. It's in your hands to figure out the username and the password to that email. Oh, and
so that you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mentioned this, that I will talk to you about this in my monthly favorites video. So here it is. I asked you, if you were to set up an email address for the Easter Bunny, what would be the username and the password? I'm hoping somebody will actually comment in the comment section about this, but the reason why I was asking you is because of this guy. So I picked this up in like around mid-month. This is 500 writing prompts. And I picked this up because honestly, I love quick brain teasers, but also I wanted to learn how to express myself in writing better. They also have a series on drawing. I picked it up as well, and I haven't been diving too much into the drawing part, but I've been looking at some of the writing prompts, and it is not only hilarious, so if you're looking for conversation starters, this book would be right up your alley. So well, actually one of the questions, so all it is basically it just gives you different writing prompts. It asks you a question, and then you kind of start writing about whatever comes up for you. And one of the questions was to create 3 original screen names and passwords that the Easter Money Bay use when logging in to check the email. I added the part where you can actually explain why you chose the name that you chose, but in case you're wondering, since we started this conversation, I'll just give you 2 of mine. So the one name that I picked is Skippy Ain't Me, and the password that I picked is No More Hop. And then the second name that I picked is Eggs Are Colored, and the password is the color yellow. So there you go. Lots of fun. If you're looking for something interesting, or if you're looking for an interesting gift to give to someone who actually is interested in writing, or who you're finding is more introverted and then you really want them to kind of break out of their shell, then this might be a really nice gift for them, because I find these to be like kind of like brain teasers, where it just gets your brain thinking, and it throws you right out of that rhythm of like thinking about your day-to-day stuff. So it's really cool. Now, the other book that I have been loving, and I'm not finished with this. I picked this up at the library. This is from Cait Flanders. This is the Year of Yes. Year of Less, not Year of Yes. Year of Yes is, that's a different book. This is the Year of Less. So, how I stopped shopping, gave away my belongings, and discovered life is worth more than anything you can buy in the store. Cait is a blogger online that she's been holding up a blog for quite a few years, and then she has decided to, for the next year, basically to just follow sort of a minimalist lifestyle, and she created sort of a shopping ban, and then the book itself kind of breaks it down into month by month of how her journey was and why she decided to do that in the first place. Very inspiring story of this young lady. I'm loving this. Again, this one is coming through Hay House. I don't know if you notice a trend here. I've been loving Hay House books for quite some time. So very interesting read, and I love the fact that we're talking about something more meaningful besides just buying more things, you know. And I think that I'm usually more drawn to books like that, or something that just kind of intrigues your thought process, or just like offers a different perspective of something that you are used to, or something that society has sort of trained us to do. So books like this are always welcome in my house. And last but not least, well, not last, we have 2 more things here. I also picked up, like, we went and it was time for me to set my new intentions for the new moon, and at that point I also went into the crystal store and I picked up this beautiful thing. So this is a tiger's, I believe that this is the tiger's eye. It's just a small little tumbled piece, but I picked this up, and I also picked up the jet tumbled piece. Again, it's a black piece. It's very smooth, very beautiful. The main reason why I'm kind of finding that like with certain like dark colored stones, I get really gravitated towards them because I find them very grounding and very calming. So that's exactly how I was using them, which kind of brings me to my next point of how things went this month. I have been finding that I've been leaning onto my own tools more and more with more confidence, and especially when it comes to just more complicated conversations, difficult conversations, I've been using my own crystals a lot more often. And honestly, it's beautiful when you can lean in to your own tools, and then you sort of know like why you picked those tools and why they're, and it's awesome when the tools that you picked are actually supporting you the way that you want it to be supported. Now, moving right into basically the 2 mindset shifts that have helped me for this past month, and let me know in the comment section below if you have faced something similar and how have you gone through this. But one of the biggest things that I have found this past month is resistance, and then surrendering to that resistance. I've been finding that, you know, I would be trucking along in my own wellness journey of just making changes, and some changes are obviously coming a little bit easier than others, but I would still resist just basic fundamental changes that are not that big of a deal for some people. But for me, I've been clinging on to certain things based on this imaginary control, where I would tell myself that I cannot change because then I'm going to lose control, and then my fear-based thinking just kind of goes crazy, and then I just feel like, you know, I am going to be losing more than I will be gaining. When in reality, the moment that I kind of lean into that faith, then I actually gain way more, and it ends up being supportive. Like the change itself, once I implement it, it's exactly what I need. It's just my next progressive step. However, I've still been finding that it's just difficult for me to get there mentally. So things like the crystals and the meditation and the rituals, all of these things have sort of been supporting me, and I've been finding that I've been leaning on them a lot more seriously than I have in the past. So that was one of the biggest shifts for me in this past month. And then the other one is, honestly, and I'm quite proud of this, is we just went through Black Friday, and Black Friday and Cyber Monday are usually the days when everybody in, okay, some of you aren't. I mean, I know, like I asked this on Facebook of what did you buy on Cyber Monday, and some of you said batteries. So I mean, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to all of you that have said that you have lined up at Best Buy, or you have lined up at, or you know, you woke up early because you wanted to go to Amazon and buy the whatever. I'm talking to you, and there's nothing wrong with buying whatever you think that you need based on, like, if it's an intentional purchase. However, for me, I remember the past few years, I would go out and shop on Cyber Monday or Black Friday or whatever because it was a deal. Well, really, it was just, I didn't really realize that I was actually handing over control over my decision-making progress to someone else, or to another company, or to society telling me that what I should be doing. So this year, and I'm telling you, you can try this, like over Christmas time, go for this. Like, this is so cool. You can try and start purging and look through your home of what you actually need to release, what you need to let go of. Like, what are the things that you have like multiples of that you haven't used for a few years? So I found myself on Black Friday actually purging a few things because it put me into the mindset of letting go. And when I'm in a mindset of cleaning and organizing and letting things go and just packing things away, or like donating them or whatever, I'm not interested in buying more. Like, I would buy like food, but I wouldn't buy like, I don't know, just things that, it's so funny because it got to a point where like I wasn't actually buying the things that I actually needed to purchase because I was still in that mindset of like, I don't really feel like I need to be in the mood to buy. And it was just, honestly, like now in retrospect, looking back, that was such a perfect practice because it tricked my mind to be repelling that automatic response of just, I need more and consume more and buy more. So try that out for yourself as you're moving into the holiday season, especially if you find yourself quickly overwhelmed, you have a difficult time focusing on what you should be buying and what you shouldn't be buying. What is something that is super essential and you need it, and what is something that you're just buying it because it's there and it's on sale. This is my tip for you. Let me know how it works out in the comment section below. And last but not least, you've probably seen my Instagram feed. If you haven't, I will just show you a couple of them right here so you can take a look. But I picked this up actually for my daughter, and it ended up being a gift for me, kind of. I've been using this and I've been loving the fact that I'm constantly changing this up, but I picked up this, and that's how you destroy it. So I picked this light box off. It just lights up. Most of the letters just fell out because I'm apparently unable to turn this over in an appropriate manner. But you can put in some messages. Like I said, I find that it's really cool if you wanted to manage like daily affirmations or just positive messages that it catches your eye on a daily basis. It's really, really cool for that. Oh, and I told you that I will show you some essential oils. So the 2 essential oils that I have been using this past month that has been awesome is, one is called Cheer. It's a roll-on. It's like citrus and vanilla mixed together. So this is a very happy, very like I'm loving life type of scent. If you're looking to buy something like relatively small and inexpensive, but something that will put a smile on someone's face this holiday season, I would pick this guy up because it's awesome. And then of course, oh my gosh, I thought that this was Passion. It's not Passion, it's On Guard. Well, I bought On Guard actually in a roll-on. So that's kind of good. I can use that as well, but I wanted to show you actually a roll-on that's called Passion. I believe I have this at my work, so sorry about that, but that was the other roll-on that I have been absolutely loving, because between citrus and like it has like Hawaiian sandalwood and like a little bit of citrus in there as well, but mainly like you smell that musky floral scent, and between that and the citrus, you mix those two together and the scent will blow your mind. It's so pretty. But I also find that I have to be really careful with Passion. First of all, like people make fun of the name, but anyways, I have to be really careful with it because honestly, like it gets me really fired up, and then like it's kind of counterproductive when I'm massaging. So I'm just saying. This is all I wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know in the comment section below if you, well, first of all, what would be the login name for the Easter Bunny? I don't know why I'm still on this. I just find this extremely amusing. But let me know if you have tried any of these products, and if you have, what did you think of it? Did you like it? And what are your mindset shifts that have worked for you in this past month? And what books are you loving? That's too many questions. Maybe we're just going to stick with, have you tried any of the products that I have told you, and are you loving them? And number 2, what mindset shifts have you tried that has been the biggest breakthrough for you this past month? It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be a mindset shift. So we're shifting towards living a better, more consciously driven life. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and you can subscribe here to this channel. I post here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I usually send out a weekly recap email that kind of show you some of the best takeaways from each of my videos so you don't miss a beat, and you also get notification of what's going to be coming up for the following week. So if you wanted to sign up for that, I left the link down in the description so you can sign up for that completely free and complimentary. Keep seeking wellness, seekers, and keep shining your light, because you are so much more powerful than you think. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye.